Welcome back. It's 8:13. And all morning long, we have been telling you about searches done at the homes of some of Mayor Eric Adams' top aides and officials.
Let's now turn to the legal and political ramifications of these searches, right? Attorney JC Polanco with us this morning. So, JC, great to have you here this morning.
So happy to be here with you.
Okay, several searches.
Yep.
And it's kind of difficult if you're a New Yorker following this, what it all means, right? So we have the top echelon, the top of some of his aides, the police commissioner, and then there's that original probe that was involved with Eric Adams involving Turkey. How do we know what's what?
Listen, there's three courts of there's a public opinion, there's the one that I care about, which is the legal courts, and then there's a court of politics. And if you're a New Yorker, you're looking at through all three prisms. It's just a tough situation to be in. This is the reality. The reality is that you have a mayor who is trying to lead the largest city in the country, trying to keep calm, trying to keep the peace. This stuff doesn't help. So legally speaking, quite frankly, I haven't seen one indictment against the mayor. There has been no discussion about the mayor being a target for any of this. So legally speaking, not only does he have a constitutional presumption of innocence, not only innocence for him and everyone around him, but we have to admire the work that's being done. There's an investigation. Some judge believes that there is enough probable cause to believe that there may be something there to investigate. And you have a U.S. attorney who is doing a proper investigation. And furthermore, you have the administration who is working with the investigators to say, hey, whatever you need, we're here, we're an open book. That's what they've said. That's what their attorneys have said. And I'm cautioning all New Yorkers, as an attorney, to just step back for a second and let the investigation take its course. Period. Now, the court of public opinion and the court of politics are completely different.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody has been charged with anything.
Nothing.
No one's been arrested. Everyone is cooperating. Then you look at the police commissioner, Edward Comet. His home is not searched.
Right.
But they did seize 2 of his phones. What do you make of that? And what have you learned so far?
When there's a federal investigation, seizing phones is par for the course. There's a federal investigation going on. The federal investigators have to do their job. You expect them to seize phones. This is nothing new. The question becomes is, when one of these individuals becomes a target, then we can discuss about whether or not something's going to happen.
But it's not normal, right? I know you're saying, well, that's the way it all goes. But it's not normal to have the U.S. Attorney's Office, the FBI, raiding the homes of the first deputy mayor as well as the director of public safety, Phil Banks. There's ties to the education chancellor, there's ties to the police commissioner, and there's ties to the mayor, right? So yes, there's a presumption of innocence. Even if indictments come, there's a presumption of innocence,
Exactly.
Right? So that's just the legality of it all. The question is, can the mayor effectively lead? Can people trust him when his top echelon is being looked at as well as himself?
Right, you say it's not normal. Dan, you're right. It shouldn't be normal. The truth is, previous mayor had legal issues as well. We saw how we had agents of the city. We saw some major issues happening with campaign finance during the Mayor de Blasio administration. I think it's really, what I mentioned, par for the course. When you have a city this large, when you have 300,000 employees, there are going to be some issues that are going to be investigated. So yes, it's not normal to have all of these investigations happening, and it's not good for the mayor. Can he do his job? I say yes, but this is the issue. The mayor has to take this and be upfront. He has to say, look, this is what's happening. This is how we're participating in the investigation. I'm going to go speak to Dan and Hazel about what's happening, and I'm going to speak to the public. You don't want to play games right now. This is not the time when you keep it real with the media.
So I'm talking to him tonight. You think he should say more than just,
of course,
I'm following the law?
Of course, listen, the mayor is a masterful politician. He understands how important your viewers are and for his success as a politician. So right now, we want to see transparency. What better transparency than to say, yeah, look, there's an investigation going on. This has been going on for a while. We are freely, not only are they coming getting our phones, we're volunteering our laptops, whatever it takes. There's nothing to hide here. Let the investigation take its course. I'm sitting with Dan and Hazel, and I'm going to talk about what's going on. Right. That's what he needs to do. And this coy nonsense that many politicians play, oh, listen, we're participating. My attorneys are not reached for comment. Listen, if your phones got taken yesterday, Mayor Adams, listen to me. You have employees right now whose phones were taken yesterday who the feds are investigating. This is not the time for no comment, and this is not the time not to get reached. You must respond to the press, and you must be very loud and clear. I did nothing wrong. I retired as a captain. I only hire the best. My administration is complying. And look, they're even telling you nothing's going on. The idea that you're going to play coy right now is going to be politically detrimental.
But regardless of how this plays out, do you feel like the mayor can come back from this?
There's no question he can. Look, he hasn't been indicted. He's not the subject. He's not the target of anything from what we have seen. Look, there's going to be a ranked choice primary coming up where there are going to be a lot of other candidates. And if I were a Democrat, I smell blood in the water. And this is a good opportunity to come after him. But remember, this is a sitting incumbent mayor of the most important city, in my opinion, in the world. And he has a strong base of support. The strong base is going to stay with him. They know he's innocent until proven guilty. They know that he hasn't exactly been the friendliest guy to the media. And they understand that there's something about him that they like, and they're going to support him. When you have 5, 6 people running against you in a ranked choice primary, well, there's a good chance that your base is going to support you through it all, and you can end up winning a primary. The idea that he's going to lose in November to a Republican is obscene. The Republicans have lost a lot of support citywide, especially since Trump. I don't think the Republicans are going to be a threat in November. However, in a primary, you're seeing that even the furthest candidates to the left of him are talking about immigration control. They're talking about public safety. They're talking about economic development. They're moving towards the middle already because they know that they have been far left of him. Okay. And in order to win this primary, you got to come to the
I don't even know who the Republican is right now at this point.
We don't even know, but JC, it's all about the primary.
Yep, JC, we're good to see you. We'll see what he says tonight when he sits down with me.
Good.
Which, by the way, again, airs at 6:30 tonight, but great to have you here.
Great to have you.
8:19.